Everybody has that ability to create an identity which is at a much deeper level. And we create it through this process. Next. So here, this is how we create the soul profile. We ask them to take each of these questions and answer them with 3 or 4 sentences. Okay, what do you want? Who do you think you are? Talk about your relationships, your peak experiences, your purpose in life, your contribution, your unique skills, the mythology that you relate to, the collective imagination, heroes and heroines in history, mythology and religion. And it doesn't matter which religion you are or what mythology you want to create your story with. Next slide. With that, we create a vision. I want to live in a world which, you answer the question. I am inspired to work in an organization that I would be proud to lead a team a transformed world would be. So I do this with Kellogg students, 500 students that come to the business school, and then we take all their answers and we project it on a screen. And when they look at this, they realize they came to business school, but they want to change the world. And they are not alone. Everybody wants that. Next. These are other questions. How does my work in the world reflect my vision? What do I need from my team or organization to get closer to my vision or ideals? What can I offer to my team and organization to get closer to those ideals and vision? Next. Out of that, we can help them create a mission statement, and we say that in the end, your mission statement should be so simple that a child should be able to understand it. And if you put a gun to your head or you're in deep coma and say, what is your mission statement? You should be able to say it. Next. Next slide. We teach people how to listen. Listening is a skill that not many people have because everybody wants to give their opinion. And so we go through the 4 levels of listening, how not to interrupt, how to listen with empathy, how to understand body language. People understand body language, they don't listen to what you're saying. They listen to your face, they see your facial expressions, they see your eyes, how you move your eyes, and do you look them in the eye? How often you smile? What is your body saying? So we teach skills in body language, and then we also understand that actually you can read a person's face and know their entire history just by looking at their face and body language. This is deep listening. Next slide. And then we go through what human beings want to achieve in their life. Everyone wants success. Everyone wants to be part of a team. Everyone wants love and belonging. Everyone wants to express creativity, live a higher standard of morality, and find spiritual fulfillment. So we go through the hierarchy of needs. And next slide. We then let them incubate with that vision and with the hierarchy of needs and analysis. Next slide. And go ahead. And we show them how to create emotional bonds. So this is, over here you see something called H is equal to S plus V plus C. This is called the happiness formula. So, of course, say, does happiness have a formula? The answer is yes. Okay, H stands for happiness. S stands for set point in the brain. So unhappy people have a brain mechanism that no matter where they are, they criticize, they condemn, they complain, and they see a problem. That's unhappy people. You can tell. They couldn't sell water to a thirsty man in a desert. Because their brain doesn't let them do it. Then there are the happy people who see the same situation and find an opportunity. They're the successful people. They don't see the problem, they see the opportunity. You say, and this set point in the brain is developed in childhood. Everything happens in childhood. So, through mirror neurons, if a child always is hearing complaints, always criticism, then the child will grow up to look up. And so this is something that's already programmed, and it's a neural mechanism. So it's actually not your fault. If you're an unhappy person, it's because your parents or whoever was around you as a child did that. Can you change it? Yes. You can change it by becoming aware of it. First of all, you have to be aware of it. Secondly, you have to practice skills of cognitive reasoning and self-examination. And thirdly, that's the role of spirituality through what we call yoga. Dhyan yoga, Raj yoga, Bhakti yoga, whatever you like. Jnana yoga, Karma yoga. You combine all of that to change your set point. So the set point can be changed. C, the last part of the formula, is conditions of living. And this means material conditions of living. I'll come to the middle, voluntary actions. So conditions, material living. Are you rich? Are you poor? Now what is the information we have? That if you're very rich, you'll be unhappy, and if you're very poor, you'll be unhappy. What is the common thing between the very rich and the very poor? Both of them think of money all the time. Okay? The rich think only about money, and the poor think only about money. So it's a source of misery for them. If you win the lottery, what we found at Gallup, in 1 year you will return to your baseline. So in the beginning, let's say somebody wins $10 million, they're very happy. It climbs up like this. In a few weeks it starts to plateau. In 6 months the plateau starts to go down. In 1 year they're back to baseline. In 5 years they are more miserable than they were before they won the lottery, because now they're worried about taxes, investments, all kinds of things, stock market, which they never thought of before. Okay, so what you call material things add about 10 to 15% to our happiness experience. Set point adds about 40%, and the remaining 50% is V. V means voluntary choices that we make every day. That's about 50% of our happiness experience, and these voluntary choices are of two kinds. One is for personal pleasure. So the voluntary choices that people make for personal pleasure, entertainment, going to the movies, alcohol, recreational drugs, sex, shopping. So the number one pleasurable voluntary choice in the United States anyway is shopping. It goes ahead of sex. Okay, number one is shopping, number two is sex, number three is entertainment. Does that bring happiness? Apparently it does. The happiness scores go up, but they taper off in 1 or 2 days. So pleasurable choices, choices you make for pleasure, bring you happiness, but it's transient. So what brings you real happiness is what are choices that give you fulfillment. So what are choices that give you fulfillment? One is creative expression. If you are allowed to express your creativity and that creative expression is noticed, you feel very happy. The second is you're living your dharma, which means you're living your unique talents. And the third is you know how to make other people happy. Okay, so we do scores on this, and now on Twitter, every day, I have a hashtag. How many people are here on Twitter? Bangalore. So every day we have an exercise on Twitter, I have a hashtag, be happy, make happy. And that means call one person, just one person in your life every day, and tell them that you care about them. Ask them if they need something, pay a little attention,